Hi, this is Dirty 20 Gaming, and my name is Bison. Tonight we're playing some Carnage Heights, and I forgot to mute Dirty 20. Hold on a sec. There we go. Uh, these wonderful people are playing some Cyberpunk Red with me tonight. Start with introductions. We'll start with Rustbar. You doing anything?
I do things. Um, not a lot right now.
Not a lot right now.
Yeah, coming soon, pending. TM soon. TM.
Yeah. Okay. Next we'll go with Kraken.
Okay, so hello everybody, I'm Brill. The other team I played with imploded because life happens, but soon I will be playing a fun one shot from an indie game developer about dystopian UK trans people that have 300 years to wait for medical procedures. So they start to use magic to prolong their lives. It sounds dark and funny, so that will be cool. It's called Leechcraft.
Okay.
So look out for that.
If you've got an address for that or a website or something, I'll throw that up in the chat for us.
It's an itch.io. I can
Oh,
find
okay.
it.
All right,
One
awesome. Throw
moment.
that up when you can. Next, we'll go with Scarred.
Hello, I am the Scarred Adventurer, also known as Red Death. On this night, on other nights, you can find me here on Thursdays as uh, Hati, the insane wolf that just goes around and eats people for no good reason, aside from the fact it's fun. You can also find me on Sundays playing Booker, no last name, coming to try and
Delete.
run and wrangle a party of people that confuse him, and people confuse him, and a lot of other things confuse me. Yes. So, otherwise, aside from that, you can find me working with Tangor Productions to bring in some stuff from Bravely Broken. Um, More on that in the future. My brain's a little everywhere, so
And lastly, Sans.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Tangor Productions. I just put my links away. Oh no.
Looks like
You,
they're up here already.
yeah, I know. That's why I threw them up already because I was like, my brain just died like that. Um, yeah. So I'm over on Tango Productions on YouTube. I'm working with the Scarred Adventurer to bring to life Bravely Broken. Uh, the YouTube link up there is actually a little bit of footage from our filming, so that you can go and see it. Um, You can find me here on Thursdays playing, or not playing, but running Deviant Futures, and on Sundays playing the very just flustered, annoyed, aggravated Bite.
Okay. Cyberpunk Red is brought to you by Art Halsorian Games and is created by Mike Pondsmith. Our VTT of choice is Roll20. Character art is made through Hero Forge and or Scarred's Fingers. Pixabay was our source of our background images, and Thunderscape 7 made it background art. So let's get into it. When we last left our merry band of jerks, we had just finished. They had just finished clearing up a mall that had been taken over by the Rotten Johnnies. It was a hard fight, and a lot of people have been left bleeding and hurt. And there's now just a little bit of quiet. You sort of the adrenaline starting to come down.
I'm picking up that hunting rifle before anything else.
Okay. Are you going to
And then I'm going to
uh
sit down and try not to bleed out.
okay. Um that
The,
is a first aid roll if any of the other
I
guys want to
think
help.
Magica used first aid on Red Dead before we finished last
Did we?
time, and
Yes.
she stabilized him.
Yeah, okay. So you're stabilized. You're not bleeding to death, but you're hurt.
Yeah.
No, all the bleeding's internal. That's where the blood's supposed to be.
And I think the last thing was that Kraken shot a message to Mr. Bones, and Mr. Bones said that he wants to know why the Rotten Jonas did that. Why are they doing this? And and there was the last man standing with the broken leg.
Yep. So not so much standing.
Yes, the last man screaming and bleeding and pooping himself from fear and pain.
Yeah, a nice long brown trail after him, brown and red, just.
And
yeah, he has kind of backed into the corner, trying to make himself scarce.
Yes, and Kraken would take one of the beds from the fallen Johnnies, go to his new friend and say, "Hello, Towarzysz Silverhand Fan. My friend, my boss, asked me to know why have you done this and why does your stupid little gang trying to masculine his turf. So you got two choices. I don't like killing people. I am a Johnny Silverhand fan as well. You know, he helped me get used to my eyes. And if you cooperate and talk to me, I will get a trolley cart, put you in the shopping cart, and give you baseball bat, and show you which way is into the nearest clinic, and you can paddle away on your broken legs on the cart with the baseball bat, and everybody will be happy. If you don't want to cooperate, my friend with the vampire fangs is the cannibal one. It's looking for a post-battle snack. So I would suggest you to speak to me and cooperate, please.
Okay. Give me a, let me see what we got here. Give me an interrogation roll.
Interrogation, okay.
Does the mention of me help that out anymore at all?
All you get out of him is that they were looking for something. That's all he knows. They were looking for something. The person who knew is dead.
Okay, I would shoot an instant message to Mr. Bones.
Okay.
Red Death's going to rifle through pockets as well, see if an agent might tell him anything.
Okay. Give me a conceal reveal.
Okay.
That's in
10.
10.
Can I possibly help with that?
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
All right. So what Red Death finds is a where did I put that? You find his well, you got the sniper rifle. The studded baseball bat was sitting next to him, and you find 100 eddies. Magic finds his cell phone, a burner phone, and his wallet, which contained 180 eddies. Just didn't check the back pockets, I guess. The burner phone is not locked. And roll to not poop. You cannot take 10 on this roll.
Kraken would
the text message that you find is says this: Johnny, we didn't find shit at the robots club. Search the mall by the Corpo site. Leave a tiger alive. Johnny wants to talk to him. Johnny.
And Okay.
I'll relay the message to everyone about what I found on the phone.
Okay. So, Moose, what do you do?
Yes.
Another message to Mr. Bones about the message that Magic found.
Okay. You don't get a response right away.
Okay, no problem. But Kraken would like keep his promise to the one survivor of the Johnnies, but he would ask him, where does this little stupid gang hang out? Tell me, do you have a bar or abandoned magazine or something?
I just got a call, man. You know, like we meet up at clubs, dude.
Okay,
Ow, my
have a
leg.
good trip. And he would run and push the shopping cart with the guy to give him a head start.
Okay. Roll me luck. Roll a d10 and add your luck.
Okay. One moment, please.
You can't really
D10.
directly roll your luck. You'll
Okay.
have to.
Yeah, I
So,
kind of want to find out if this guy goes into
one
traffic.
D10, okay. And what's my luck? No, not here.
It's right in your stats. Or
Yes.
statistics under reflexes.
Under ref
Yeah.
or reflexes.
7.
Okay, so you got a 13. Okay, so things look like they're going great. Like he is just flying. And unfortunately, you forget about the 4 stanchions that are right here. And he hits that hard and goes ass over tea kettle and like tumbles to about here. There's silence, and you hear, "Ow!"
Kraken was like, well, shit happens. Bye bye. And he walks away.
And he starts to slowly crawl away.
Be happy you're alive and don't sue anybody. It's your own fault. Hanging out with gangsters. And in the background,
you're really getting the hang of this whole capitalism thing there.
Yes, and in the background, the music is still playing the best of Samurai.
Yeah. It's switched to left hand on the trigger. Anywho, Moose, you've been pretty quiet. Not by choice.
No. Just trying to plug the holes. Did a first aid roll. Kind of got swallowed up in the
18.
Yeah, you're able to stabilize. For the record, stabilization negates the -2 to your rolls that you normally get by being under half. Crazy John Davis, not sue anyone.
Saul Goodman in the world of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So
All right. So do you guys do anything else with the area before you leave? Because you get you all get a text that says meet me at the Broken Bones, and there's a map drop.
I think let's split comrades. Good work here.
Sorry, what?
Oh.
I didn't catch what Kraken said.
You said let's split, comrades, and you don't mean let's split up. You mean let's split from this place. And
yes,
yeah,
affirmative.
Okay, so you're not gonna check the other bodies or anything?
Oh, they aren't checked.
Well, they're dead.
Kraken would search them.
Okay.
Redistribute the wealth of the dead to the living.
Red Death does look at Magic and briefly say, "You owe me a new jacket." This one's full of holes.
All right.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah, because Magic's not feeling too good either.
Nope.
Nope.
Her hand is
She
shattered.
has a broken
Yeah.
hand.
That's right.
And
Did you get that
fingers.
stabilized or no?
Nope.
Yeah.
Red Death will look over and try to help slightly. He's not going to be great, but he's going to be potentially okay.
Give me a
with a
first aid
17.
roll. 17, yeah. You're able to splint them. You don't have anything to neutralize the pain, but
No, all
at
I've
least-
got are bones from other people that I ripped out of them and helped use to splint.
So yeah, that's just
maybe
beautiful, just gorgeous.
maybe there's
You can
smash somewhere.
She's probably going to take off her jacket and now hiding the splint.
Sustainable medicine. All right, give me a conceal reveal object there, Kraken.
Okay.
18 and one more.
Okay. And he would be looking for alcohol or pills to give to poor Magica because he's sad about her being in pain.
Okay.
Here, I found these loose pills in this guy's pocket.
Yes.
You want some?
You do feel find a couple of random loose pills. You also find a total of 160 eddies. And
okay, 160 got to add it to my character sheet.
And you find see how many we've got. 1, 2 minus 1, 2, 1 bad, 2 bad, 2 bad.
So 660.
So you find two baseball bats and 2 low quality medium pistols. Baseball bats are a medium melee weapon.
Another baseball bat to my collection. Okay. And the pills, he would just swallow pills. Yeah, I won. Let's party.
Okay, so Magic isn't going to take.
You want some pills? I don't know what they do. I will
Red
try
Death is
them.
going to look to see the most
No.
toxic of them and take those. Like if he
So,
sees any
go for it.
massive amounts of fentanyl.
So I guess resist torture drugs.
Yep. Give
Okay.
me a resist roll. See what happens.
Bully. 1 or 3? Maybe 1. Okay.
You take 10 hit points damage.
Ooh.
And you start vomiting blood.
See, this is why
However,
Red Death wanted to take a
not
few
a
of
good
those.
idea.
However, to you, it looks like butterflies and rainbows.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Sunshine, lollipops, and
Rainbows, everything.
Yeah, the music sounds weird. It sounds like they're playing it backwards.
Ooh.
You're at -4 for every action that involves your eyes.
They weren't good to begin with.
Yeah, you're just, in a word, right now, you're useless.
Moose,
Okay,
Red, do you
so-
know how to fix that?
-10.
it's called sleep.
Water. Lots of water.
It's actually very good for that as well.
Okay.
That's only so he doesn't get dehydrated after all of this blood loss. I mean, what is that, like a quart?
Yeah, and so yeah, Kraken is not looking good at all. Minus all the bleeding and shit. What are you at now, buddy?
I only -30. I didn't take.
Well, you didn't take any damage in the
No.
combat. Okay, you're not doing so bad.
Just
Minus the fact that your shirt is covered in blood.
No, he felt a little left out about not having gotten any damage.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So is anybody going to do anything else here?
No,
I'm not really in. I just want to go rest, man. I need to get fixed out.
All right.
I mean, Red Death is going to pick up a couple batteries so we can put them in a blender and make some battery acid poisons, but still.
Okay.
He needs something he can inject into people using his teeth.
That's true. All right.
So Kraken is now high and vibing.
So good, man.
Vibing in a very vague sense of the word. Magic, you're about to say something?
No, if while Kraken is high, comes near Magic, Magic just very gently pushes him away.
Yeah, I think Kraken's in the back seat.
Yeah, he's doing David after dentist. Yeah. Is this gonna be forever?
Red Death is asked very politely for shotgun.
Okay.
Absolutely not. You.
I'm the tallest.
Isn't it 2 rows of 3? Or 3 rows of 2?
In the truck?
Yeah.
It'd be like 2 in a bench.
Oh, it says 2 in the front, 4 in the back.
Or tightly
in the back, yeah. Legally, you can fit 4.
Legally 5.
So it was there's 3 baseball bats and 2.
There's 3 sets of belts in the back row.
No.
And then the 2 bucket seats in the front.
2 in the front, 4 in the back. Sounds like a great Saturday night.
But Red Death is taking shotgun more because he needs to be able to shoot at things.
Okay.
Because this is Night City.
Yeah.
And if you can't shoot, you probably should sit in the back seat.
That's true.
He's also still blaming Magic for all of this having happened to begin with.
So it makes me a good outrider. I'm a lefty.
Yeah, there you go. So, brought you back to the city map with, you can see I've added some of the various clubs that Mr. Bones owns. And my personal favorite is Captain Steelbone's Happy Time Fun Park down in Pacifica. But you guys are heading to the Broken Bone. If I can get Moose to give me a drive land vehicle. You do just fine, lad.
I can drive this thing in my sleep.
Pretty much. Yeah, you have no trouble getting in despite the fact that there was a traffic jam and, NCPD was looking at people, but you managed to find a side street and get around the roadblock. When you get to Broken Bones, hold on, let me bring up to my note here. On your way there, you find a few burned out sports cars amid some fresh graffiti. The graffiti itself is a tiger with a viper sitting on top, standing over a smashed guitar. Lots of bullet holes surround it, along with spatters of blood and smashed glass and rockcrete. When you get to the bar, it's in the old combat zone. This place is still pretty heavy in terms of general nastiness. And as my thing's off, doesn't matter. As a bar, it looks like it's got a row of glass in front, or it would, but it's all been shattered. A couple of skull kids sit out front, holding shotguns, but they recognize Moose's truck when they get here, or when he gets there, and sort of get they relax. You guys just sit in the truck.
Let's go out. Let's party. Kraken goes out and like, hooray, we won today.
So Red Death is picking up Red Kraken by the scruff of the neck. Make sure he stays on path.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Just to show that he's rough with everyone, not just people who
not
everyone.
Just magic.
Not just magic.
Moose, magic.
I'm gonna park this rig in a spot close to the door and just kind of get out and go grab a drink.
Magic is also getting out of the vehicle.
Okay. As you come up to the door, the skull kid on the left is like, "Boss is inside." When you enter, it's kind of you come in, you turn to your left, and it's sort of the bar. You see a couple of booths up where the windows are. Obviously, nobody can really sit there because they're shattered, because the windows are shattered. There's kind of an open area, and then there's a U-shaped bar with what was left of the drinks wall. You see a single sad-looking bottle of Bolshevik vodka on the bottom shelf.
Oh, I got to have that one. Please. Please,
No,
comrades.
you are vomiting blood and you have other issues at the moment.
Rainbows, no blood. And butterflies, they're so pretty.
To Kraken,
would kill you.
To Kraken, it smells like springtime.
Yeah,
To everyone else, it
everywhere.
smells like somebody, took an entire drunk tank's worth of alcoholics and just smeared it all over the place.
So it smells like a dive bar.
It smells like the diviest dive bar you've ever been to, and it's between the smell of the smashed beer, the smashed cheap liquor, the one bottle, the smash. It smells like a brewery's worst day. There you go. Beyond the bar, you see a raised area with a flipped over pool table. There are TVs interspersed. Pretty much every table or booth has a good eye on what would be a TV, but they've all been torn off the mounts and smashed. Like, this level of destruction takes time. Like, it's not methodical, but it's very thorough. You could see up above the top shelf, you could see bullet holes because they couldn't reach. And by the pool table, you can see a man in a purple, very vibrant, very expensive looking zoot suit. His back is to you, and it appears he's on the phone.
Zoot suits are so pretty. I want one.
Is there anybody tending bar?
You do see one person tending the bar. They appear to be they've got pretty extensive cybernetics, sort of doll joints, and on the arms and legs, and sort of a segmented six-pack. She does not have a face, but her entire faceplate is blue. She's got a bucket in one hand, and she's kind of like got a tray in the other, kind of like dumping glass into it.
Is are there any surviving glasses? Can I get a beer?
She stops and turns around and is like, "Well, hey there. Beer? Yeah, I can definitely find you a beer." She puts her stuff down and sort of walks into the back.
You have an extra bucket. Someone might need an extra bucket.
"Oh, anything for you, handsome." She sort of sways a little and kind of skips back now that you've talked to her. As this happens,
effect on women, it happens often.
One of the skull kids goes up to Bones and whispers to where his ear should be, and you see him turn around, turning off his phone, putting it in his pocket. So I'm going to show you that picture. Show it to everyone. That picture. So you guys get a good look at Mr. Bones.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at the chew ball at all.
Please tell me something good.
Everything smells like flowers and the rainbows and we won.
Crack.
Yes?
It's okay. I'll take care of this.
We have a bunch of loose pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic pills.
I see. I have to look into that. So what happened at my ball?
They were looking for something. They were supposed to keep someone alive to question. I guess they didn't. So.
I mean, we didn't see him.
Exactly.
Did they say what they were looking for?
No, they vaped that up real heavily.
She'll hand over the burner phone. This is all we have to go on.
He reads it. Like, so they came here first, huh? Bastards. All right, so we know who. Now, I guess I need you guys to find out why.
Cool, let us four very bloodied individuals do that for you.
I will keep the club closed as much as I don't want to. And you guys can check things out when you don't look like a bag of shit.
Mr. Bonehead, I know why. They want money, they want power. And that's why. Yeah. I'm
Did
sure.
they tell you this? Because I want proof.
No.
They want guns. They said that they want guns and smash.
Okay. Well,
I mean, he's kind of listing what they all want all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever.
It doesn't really narrow it down. I mean, you could be talking about the piranhas.
Yeah, because I think they don't have any big plan.
Sure.
They are just stupid idiots.
Well,
in a very loving way, what would be the best way to knock Kraken unconscious? Just for the remainder of this one conversation.
No problem. I will give you that as a freebie. You can knock him out.
Magic was going to do that nicer and just
thank you so much.
And just ask Kraken to go and like sit with Moose and drink a beer. That's what he can do and help.
But if Red Dead wants to knock him out, let's go with that. No problem.
Okay. This is I will ask always. There's just a very quick chop to the back. There's a very quick chop to the back of the neck,
Vulcan pinch.
Give me a martial arts roll.
I don't have any martial arts, so no.
Then brawling.
And should I roll a body?
Are you resisting the attack?
I think it would be subconscious. Like
Does a 15 work?
Let's see.
My brawling's not nearly as good as my melee weapon.
Yeah. Let's find out here.
And
Give
endurance.
so for
can I just
actually
persuade him to go sit over there?
give me a perception roll.
He did for 17.
17. Minus the fact that he's readily fucked up. I said, what was that? -4?
-4.
Yeah, so that's a 13. So he
13
doesn't
to a
notice
15.
the fact that he got cranked in the head. But everything gets sideways all of a sudden. This Kraken just sort of lumberjacks his way to the floor.
And he lays down, seeming to himself.
Yep,
in
this
eruption.
floor is really, really interesting. The wood grain is just exquisite. I mean, like, you could stare at it for hours. In fact, you think you will.
Yes, and he does that.
Face down. Wow, this is a really neat floor.
So pity.
Yeah, so
Okay, now that that's done,
all right, so the waitress comes back with Moose's beer. I'm going to take this off because it mangles my face. Yeah, it presses my glasses right into my nose. So it's just like, ow. Other than that, it's a great mask. Anywho, so the waitress comes back with her beer, with Moose's beer, and the bucket for Kraken. Although she sees him on the floor, looks to Red Death and is like, "Should I get a mop?" That's Bones. I can't do her voice. Fuck. I lost her voice.
Patty and Selma from Simpsons.
Patty and Selma from The Simpsons.
Mop.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Mop. Kraken on the ground. It's like, mop.
Well, sexy, I got you the bucket. Can I get you anything else?
Brendan actually pauses a moment, debates, and goes, "No, I'm good."
Oh, that's too bad. Well, if you need anything, and she like hands you the bucket while like leaning way the fuck over. She hands you the bucket, and then when you grab it, you've actually also got her phone number in your hand.
I ship it.
Okay, so Moose, you got a beer. Other than Red Death's Autogus macked on, you more or less have her attention. Although she's distracted, clearly.
I got what I need.
Okay. So, beer in hand. Do you guys have anything else you want to do here before you go recuperate for a couple of days?
Magic is going to it wants to ask a couple of questions left of Bones.
Okay.
So after Kraken falls, do you have any idea what they might have been looking for?
I got lots of stuff that these idiots might want, but any idiot might want it. Hey, two, did those fucking cameras work? She thinks about it. Yeah, I think they're still working.
All right, if I could have that footage, that would help a lot.
Yeah, it's he sort of points to the back. It's second room on the left. Look for the guy with the gun.
All right, it might take me a couple days to come back until I'm better, but please save those for me if you can.
I'll make sure he knows.
Thank you. And where can we find them? Do you know where their hideout is?
I don't. And that's the thing that pisses me off. When we left for LA, never heard of these guys. It was the Tiger Claws. We had a deal with the Tiger Claws. But I don't know who these gonks are. Never seen them before. Don't understand what they want. I mean, apparently they want to beat people up, take their shit, but that's pretty common. Yeah, I don't know what I can find out, but I'll look into it.
Let me look around some. I might be able to find some things.
You do that. I have another club to open up. Hopefully they won't fucking shoot this one too.
Yeah, before you go, you maybe get one of your skull boys.
Skull Kids.
Skull Kids. Yeah, no, he said Skull Boys and then Skull Kids. Yeah. Okay. To drive me to a Ripper Dock. I'm gonna spend my next few days there.
There is one outside the heights. Just outside the heights.
Why would you go all the way outside the heights? I know a guy that lives like 3 blocks from you.
Oh, that's better. Oh, they recruit random people in random clubs. That's what I asked 2 of the Johnny something boys. And that's what they said. That's their MO.
He leans into real close to Red Death. Did he actually?
He did.
Okay, just had to make sure.
Yeah, apparently they're just picking guys up from clubs.
That makes it harder. Good to know.
Doesn't seem like they have a real unification, more of a
Random meat
high.
shields. Yeah, and the bosses are body sculpted to look like Johnny Silverhand.
Oh, yeah, they all have one of these, and he just pulls out the cyber arm that he carved out from the first Johnny Carbon.
Oh, that's disgusting.
We need to sell that for scrap.
You might get $5 for it. That thing's fucking useless now. He just points to all the smashed bolts and mangled wires from the fact that you chain ripped it.
Look, I cut around.
It's still pretty much
it
useless.
Was shot.
There is. You actually can do it. I looked into it, but you need to be a med tech with the cyber tech specialty. And it's like a DC 17 or something to do it on the spot.
Nice.
Yeah. So fun times. Yeah, so he points you in the direction of a Ripper. He's also a he calls him a one-stop shop, but don't stare.
He won't be able to tell if I can.
Do not stare. He'll tell him. He can fucking tell.
All right. I'm gonna go too.
Okay. Magic
just needs to go to a doctor. I'm pretty sure her cyber stuff is safe.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, because her skin. So I don't know if that counts.
Your skin is cosmetic.
Your tech skin will be fine.
Okay, so yeah, she'll just go to a regular doctor.
Your fingers are kind of mangled, and that'll be a bit of a. Payment. Forgot about that.
Yeah, Red Death is specifically saying just take the bill from my Ripper.
Send the money to exit. She will take care of it. And Kraken saying that while being on all fours and trying to get to the battle, the vodka battle that stayed and
Okay. Just gonna play this game because, of course, no, where is he? Of course. Roll me a d10 and add your intelligence.
Okay.
-4.
Yep. One moment. D10. Okay. 7 plus 4.
14 minus 4.
No, it'd be 14 -4, so it would be a 10.
10. So it takes you a really long time, but eventually you find yourself at the back door. You found your way outside. There
Fresh air.
Yeah, you notice the fresh air. It's minty with that great smell of garbage. There's this big pillow, giant beanbag chair next to this, like, just so you fall into the garbage bags.
Yes. With a smile.
With a smile.
I feel like Red Death is going to have to teach people not to take random pills they find in people's pockets. Just as a general group lesson.
General group lesson. We all live together, so yeah. So while you're out there, you don't know how, because in your mind you're on this grand adventure. There's castles, there's princesses. At one point you talk to a tree. By the way, that was a raccoon.
The biomechanical raccoon.
Yep. And by the end of it, when you start to come down, and this won't be for way later, so I'll let you know what happens when you come down.
Sure.
But anyways, so Kraken's gone. Moose is about halfway finished his beer.
Red Death turns to Magic and goes, rock, paper. Knowing full well you have a mangled hand.
Yeah, she'll do it with her other hand then.
And he goes, okay, there goes that strategy. All right. 1, 2, 3. And then pulls out like a chainsaw, comes out of his hand.
Yeah, she just went for paper.
Chainsaw beats paper. You have to find him.
I swear, next time it's your job.
Look, I'm already planning my lesson. I'm already planning my chalkboard lesson of don't eat things you find in people's pockets.
Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth. Don't you stuff it in your face.
Does a 23 in tracking find him?
You see the open door. And you hear him singing. You hear him singing in Polish. Yeah, it's more or less on key. I'll say more or less.
And it goes like that.
Yeah, she'll look over. I found him. I can't carry him.
He smells awful.
But he thinks he smells like
Moose, you got a trunk?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Stuff him in the smuggling compartment.
Let's do that. Red Death goes out, grabs Kraken by the leg, and just drags him back inside.
But does the smuggling compartment have anywhere to have oxygen in it? Or does Kraken die and I have to roll a new character?
People get smuggled in. I smuggle people in there all the time.
Oh, okay.
So it should be safe.
Great.
Yeah, should be. Operatively.
But it will be covered in vomit. very soon.
You're gonna need to hose it out when you're done.
Yeah, not the
Yeah.
first time I'm betting.
So, all right. So you leave Bones to the ruins of his pub. He's really not happy about it. As you
We're
leave,
clearly not happy about what we're doing right now.
Kraken is very happy about everything.
Crack, on the other hand, is having a great time.
A grand old bar.
Yeah. So you make your way back into Carnage Heights. Traffic is a lot better now. You've had some time to die down. When you get to the Rippers, it's just a literal door, like in between two skyscrapers, pretty much. There's a small nameplate just above the door handle that says Rex.
Well, this perfectly seems all above board. Let's do it.
You knock, just open the door.
Knock, yeah, I'll knock.
Who is it?
Death and Moose.
I don't fucking know you.
Sent us.
Yeah.
Grumble, 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 grumble. See an eye slit about, I'd say about a little bit above middle of your chest height. Two beady eyes. Shuts real quick. You hear an absurd number of locks. Like, you hear click, 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 click. You hear deadbolts. You hear chains. And it starts from about your knees to about where the eye hole was. And then opens up. And just sort of slowly swings open as you can see this guy waddle over to his store counter.
Okay. Well, let's boldly go where very few people go before, according to the locks.
According to the locks. Yeah. Get in there. I would call it dimly lit, but that's only because the stupid fluorescent bulb won't stay on. You know how that is. The place is floor to ceiling with adverts for guns, flavors of kibble, ramen, clothing, cyberware, just everything. They're slowly scrolling, so it's like as a film of plasteel that's just sort of like rotating on rollers, and there's like 50 to 60 of them just everywhere. All kinds of things. Some of them are like brain dances. Costumes for dogs. And shit like that. And then when the shopkeeper finally gets around the corner, he's a doot, doot, doot. And he's got tiny little arms. Like the cybernetics start about here, the elbows about here, and yeah, he's just like this. I'm Rex. What do you want?
I need someone to go through, fix the two of us up, and go through my cyberware to see what's going on with issues.
Okay.
I need a full diagnostic sweep.
All right. What do you guys want?
I extend my Wolvers, and so these aren't working for me. I'd like to get them removed and replaced with Nux.
Okay.
Question: Kraken is still sleeping off the pills. He's not there, or is he?
Did you wake him up?
He only took 10 points of damage of vomit. I think we let him sleep off the pills.
Okay. So he will come back later to this Rex guy.
Yeah, because Brill's got most of the loot. So
I got $100.
yeah.
But I also said that we're going to send the bill to Bones.
Yeah. Your sniper rifle nets you 50 EVs, 50 eddies.
Okay.
The pistols are worth 20 and the bats are worth 25.
Could somebody write it down? I get lost in the.
All right. So you've got.
So I got 100 in cash with 50. You said 100 in cash. If I sell the sniper, it's 50.
Yeah, if you sell the sniper rifle, it's worth 50. Brill, your haul is worth another 90.
Okay, so I will just delete that and add 90 eddies to the pile.
Yeah. Now,
because Kraken wanted to ask about medical eyes, like something that has more than one color.
Oh, getting the okay.
Like not cyber eyes, but medical, better grade medical eyes, because his current eyes are from like 2003, like one of the first.
Okay, so you're looking to get.
Does Red Death know this as well? Just out of curiosity, have you mentioned this?
I think if they would talk, he would say that to him.
Okay. Are you okay with us saying that we have had this discussion so that we've invited you along to the Ripper?
I would be okay with that if Red Death would be interested. Kraken is a talker.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you probably heard his entire life story.
Yeah.
From
just us pushing a wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Pretty much. You guys know that, he's from Poland. He's, lost a good chunk of everybody he's ever known. That he wants to get these eyes replaced. Luckily for him, it's actually pretty cheap. You guys also have pretty beat up gear.
Yeah. Well, someone owes me a jacket.
Yeah.
Basically, whatever. I fully believe that Magic's and Death's kind of background with each other. He already knows. Just pay for whatever, and she'll pay later, or reimburse him or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. So, let me find this here.
So I got 790 eddies.
Okay. Getting your eyes replaced is only going to cost you 100 eddies.
Oh, great.
And because they're organic replacements, it's vat grown. There's no humanity loss because you're not differing off the baseline human.
Oh my God, it was like 10 years already, all that time. Now live in color.
You went from black and white, like, dot matrix vision.
It was like all Virtual Boy all the time, like the old Virtual Boy from the 80s.
Black with red 90s. Lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were pretty much always having a headache.
I wonder what that's like.
Okay, so you're replacing your Wolvers with Big Nucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've only been used once. They're still new condition Wolvers. They're worth like 5 times as much as the Nucks are.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah. So I want to try to just say, you know what, I'll give you these if you do this.
Okay. All right. So he's going to do that for you, free of charge. He thinks that the Wolvers are worth enough that he'd get back on it. You are still going to take the 3 humanity loss for the install. And now, as far as Red Death is concerned, you wanted him to do a diagnostic on your cyberware?
Yeah. The vampires seem to be acting up a little bit, having trouble putting the canisters in properly.
Okay.
And of course, the chain rip keeps jamming up.
Has this been happening before?
This has been happening ever since we moved to Night City.
Performance anxiety isn't something I usually see in edge runners.
Yeah, I really wouldn't expect this to be performance anxiety.
All right, well, get in the chair. I'll see what I can find.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you go in, you go under. Do you have an interface plug?
Oh no, I haven't paid for one, have I?
No, it was just a question, because then he would have, gone in that way.
Because that's a part of the Neuralware, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran out of cash. I would have put one in, but I've got a
No worries.
because I've got a metal face. Like I would have just had one installed anyways.
Yeah, you would think. Okay, so he plugs into your chain rip and kind of looking at his computer, and he's tapping away. And it's just a whole lot of information back and forth, and he's like, "Yeah, that's kind of fucking stupid." Do you have data pool access? That kind of cyberware? No.
I don't believe so. If I do, I am not remembering it.
You're transmitting a signal.
Oh,
Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely.
I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoever built this is way smarter than me. I can't track it, but I know its range.
Okay.
It looks like it covers most of the island, really. Little bit. It covers Morro Rock, a little bit of Watson, but yeah. I'm assuming you didn't know about this.
Look, my memory's from about anything prior to 6 months ago.
This is older than that. This is
No, 8 months ago.
This is at least 5 years old. It's been transmitting for a while. Oh, sorry, it started transmitting again, but it's been on for. You've had this infuse for a bit.
Yeah.
Did you have this problem before you left? Because you said you've only been back for
A few days now, essentially. And no, back in Los Angeles, we were fine.
Can I keep this data?
I see no reason not to.
I'm gonna look into this. This is weird. Never seen anything like it.
Can you turn off the transmission?
I'll need to look into it a little bit more. I can't. No, I don't think I can do that from here.
All right. everything else, I still need to be healed up. I still need to be patched up a bit. So,
all right, that's definitely a bullet. Hold on, give me a sec. And he puts a hypo into your neck, and then you lose consciousness.
like one of
As
those.
he's sorry,
Very much like one of those screen power off. The little triangular light inside that makes up the head that can show the head just turns off.
okay. Yeah, you see him. Despite his tiny little kid hands, you see him. He's actually quite deft. Or anybody who's watching would see that he's actually quite deft and very, very good at what he does. As Rex is working, another clerk comes out and looks to the rest of you. We offer more than just Ripper Doc services. Do you guys need anything? He points to the various advertisements. We carry
Magica
all
with her hand.
You could fill some of these holes while I'm here.
Yeah, you'll have to wait your turn. The operating table is currently in use.
I'm not saying right now, but yeah.
He just sort of thinks about it. Well, I can. He's just gonna give you this shit. And he holds up a big, like, it looks like a gift bag from Trauma Team. It's got anesthetic spray. It's got gauze. You know, a little Band-Aid box.
Yeah.
With rainbows on it.
This is important. Trucks or dinosaurs?
Rainbows with various animals on them, riding them. So
And the
there may be a
animals
dinosaur.
are cyber.
Figure that out. I'll have to write up the table later.
Like there was the game, the Mechanic Unicorn or something.
Always I want to be with you. Yeah, I know that song. It's stuck in my head. It'll be in my nightmares tonight. Anyways, so anything else? I know you guys have some damaged equipment.
Yeah, the jackets.
I will get that replaced, but I can't say anything right now.
Yeah.
And Magic isn't there because she didn't know that they were a shop and med team.
And Kraken is too high and too absorbed with seeing colors after 10 years. So
you didn't go with the magic?
Magic thought it was strictly a like Ripper Doc, one that did Cybertech only.
Oh, okay. I did not make that clear. I apologize. Did you want to retcon it and just sort of be sitting in the truck?
Sure. Like if somebody texts her and be like, is like, it's a doctor and a shop, she'll be like, okay then.
Yeah,
well, really, he's a small arms
her.
dealer.
I'll ping her with my agent. Like, you should come in here.
Yeah, she'll walk in with the very hideous sling still on.
That looks like it hurt.
Yeah. Getting hit holding a camera isn't ideal.
Well, he rummages under the counter and puts a proper hand splint in there. With the spray, if you apply that and then put this in within 24 hours, your hand should be okay as far as that's concerned. Everything else is going to be for each of you to get your critical injuries fixed, because I think it was just magic, right?
Magic is one right above seriously injured.
No, your critical injuries.
Yes, I think I'm the only one.
Yeah. So that's 250 for you.
Mhm.
It's 200 for Red Death, and Moose is also. Wait, that's not Moose. 200 for Red Death and 200 for Moose as well. For Kraken, it's only 100.
100 for
Yeah,
what?
wrote
To
off
purchase the
100.
medical supplies to get you up to full health. You'll still have to take a couple of days of bed rest.
I'm
The
not even
100
sure
was
if I
for
have
the
any
eyes,
money.
yes?
You guys would have gotten paid 600 each for the job.
And Kraken owed 300 to Magica for the bribe for the policeman.
It was 100.
Oh, it was 100. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 500.
Yeah. And Magica owes Red Death a jacket, which is also 100. So
Who's going to do it? Okay.
I'm interested
I'm
in
just
knowing
I'm
if
just
there's
saying
like
for the
a
math, you don't have to add or subtract anything. It's just 100 there
Sorry.
to you, to me.
So Moose?
is there like a way can I get a patch kit to do my own work on fixing my jacket rather than replacing it?
You would have to be a tech.
Yeah, techs actually have the ability to repair armor. Otherwise, you do have to go to this guy. I'm looking
What-
up how
What
to.
kind of tech?
Uh,
Just basic tech? Or is it
um,
weapons tech?
I went off the page that I was looking for. No, I can't find it.
Yeah, she'll buy a jacket for Red Death
Okay.
because he won't shut up.
You're the one that got him into the mess of getting his jacket shot to crap.
My jacket has sentimental value. So
The same for Kraken.
Stopping power. That tells me how much that costs.
Oh, also you said that was 250, so minus 200. Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna probably pay for Red Death as well.
Stabilization healing.
You want to? I already subtracted
Oh,
the
you already
200
did?
from
Okay.
my thing. I mean, it's pretty easy to add it back. It's just plus 2.
I think my jacket was at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to the hospital.
Let's say it's 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's good. Magic, give me a human perception roll.
+20.
He's ripping you off.
Oh. So she'll stop before anyone else pays. Okay. I'm just gonna warn you now. I've seen this game before, and you don't want to play it with me. Give me the actual prices.
Roll me a d10 and add your cool.
8 plus 8, so 16.
Too cool for school.
He starts sweating. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just doing what I was told. Please don't hurt me. And he looks to Moose. So magic to fix your broken fingers is 50. And the cost to get everybody the stuff that they need is 75 each.
How much is it costing to heal up Red Death?
Yeah, it's 75 for you. It's 100 for the diagnostic, which is the standard fare.
Okay.
And it was no cost for Moose.
We're gonna put like the Nux in the other hand too, right?
It's a pair. It comes as a pair.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's because I looked at how much it cost to heal things through the hospital and realized it was like 3 times less expensive than it was supposed to be. So good job. Okay. Where did I put my notes?
I know that feeling way too well.
Notes.
All right. So when Scard comes to, he gets his bill. The cost for repairs is for the armor is going to be 25 eddies per, or sorry, what does all this crap cost? Hold on a sec.
The 100 for the diagnostic and 75 for medical. You said a minute ago.
And then, Kraken, your eyes cost you 75, not 100.
Oh,
because,
so
like I said, they were ripping you off.
So I get to at 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for the armor, there's the master armors.
Kraken would say, keep that change. I am very happy with seeing the world. Socialism rules. Keep it.
You don't tip your doctor. It sets a bad precedent.
He's still high.
All right, it's going to be 10 eddies per point of repair.
Yeah, it's better to just buy a new thing. It costs the same.
Yours got destroyed completely, didn't they?
It got to 1 out of 11.
Okay.
So that would be 30?
Yep, 30 to repair. And they're able to obviously keep the any design specifications like the pattern on Kraken's stuff or Moose's patches.
I'm just gonna pay to fix mine back up.
How much for the jacket fixing? I was at 5, I think.
Okay. Should just be 20 eddies for you to fix that.
Okay. So okay, so back to 7 again.
Sorry, this is a question now because I'm actually awake. The hunting rifle, what would that be put under as?
It's a poor quality sniper rifle.
Okay. And if I wanted to improve it, how much would that cost?
Let me check.
Or how much would a good quality sniper rifle cost?
A good quality sniper rifle is just looking at it. So range weapons. A good quality sniper rifle is worth 500 eddies.
Okay, and to upgrade something from poor quality to good quality or high quality.
Let's We'll say that that's 300.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather do that than have to pay that. And does it already have a scope on it?
No, no scope.
And how much is the scope?
Here. That's somewhere else. Give me a sec here. Okay. There we go. That is 100 eddies.
Okay.
And when attacking a target 51 yards or 51 meters further away with the single shot or an aim shot, you get a +1.
Okay, I'll just hold off on that then.
Yeah.
Because my eyes can do the trick. And I'll just buy 50 eddies worth of bullets. So about 50.
That's 50 rounds.
Yep.
Let me just double check the stats on the rifle.
I just grabbed from the eye inventory and put the sniper rifle directly into.
Oh, do we check for bullets? Because I didn't control the amount of ammo I used.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you guys were checking ammo. I thought it does it
You could check-
automatically.
No. No, I had to take
when you
mine down.
when you reload, it does,
Okay.
I think. But otherwise, when you fire a shot, you have to tick down every time.
Okay, because I thought it did that automatically. My bad.
Sorry, I didn't.
To replace your camera magic will be 100 eddies.
Okay, easy.
It got smashed pretty bad.
Yeah.
How much is rent?
Rent is going to be 1,000 eddies at the first of the month. You were on.
Thank God we've only been here a couple days.
I was going to say you guys are actually on week 2.
Yeah. And
Oh dear, I need to make 1,000 eddies.
I thought that we had free rent because we got
We're working as bodyguards.
Exit has free rent as landlord.
Oh, okay.
But you guys,
we owe Exit 1,000 eddies each.
The 1,000 eddies also covers the 300 a month you need for kibble. So really, your rent's only 400 right now. But since all 4 of you
700.
live there, well, yeah, sorry.
700. Oh wait,
yeah, 700. Rent's only 700, but 300.
That's the dystopian part.
Yeah, or meat sticks if you're moose.
And it's still better than real life.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure Mike Spawnsmith actually makes a comment about that in one of his devlogs about Red. He's like, we never expected real life to be more expensive than our game, but you're just gonna have to pretend.
All right.
Is there anything else anybody wants while you're here?
No.
I've upgraded what I need to upgrade.
Okay.
And we're going to. Would it cost money to grab a can of spray paint to paint the rifle, or can I just do that as part of the inordinate amount I spent on it?
I would say that would be considered part of the upgrade.
Cool.
Right now, it's kind of a beaten wood grain. You're pretty sure it's not wood though, but it looks like your bog standard hunting rifle.
Yeah, Red Death's turning that into something that looks a bit more like him. Something you would actually be willing to have. Red and deadly, yeah.
Yeah.
And the name will be Screw Off.
Are we all cannibals here?
No,
I mean,
Red Death isn't.
I know that's a stereotype that Night City has for nomads.
No, no. Last time I checked, I don't eat people.
And I only chew them.
Still gross.
That's like
Is that
that's like an advanced biting technique.
I was gonna say, isn't that just like I didn't swallow?
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't inhale. I only chewed on them a little.
Oh wait, how much is it? How much is I'm asking this as one last thing. How much do silencers cost for weapons?
Silencers.
And do they affect the damage output?
I think it affects the range.
You're actually. Are you fucking shitting me? Yeah, I'll have to check to see if it's in my compendium because there in the master gear list there is no silencer. So let's just see here. Gear.
I think there's like weapons that have integrated,
There are a few.
but I don't know if there's an attachment or not.
I don't think silencers do much, really.
It would make it harder to
find you.
yeah, there is no. I'm gonna say, what are you putting it on?
I'd be putting it if I could. I'd be putting it on the two weapons I've got, the two gunpowder weapons I have.
Okay, that's funny. You call it gunpowder. Okay, so heavy pistol, sniper rifle. To make quiet will cost you 100. To make your malice more of a seethe is 50.
Cool. I'm happy with 25 euro bucks.
Yeah.
I was sitting at nothing a few minutes ago.
Okay. Anybody else have any shopping they want to do? You're good? Kraken?
Maybe some tools because I'm spending my points to be a maker now and tech.
That's right. Tech tools.
So,
Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
A tech bag is 500 eddies.
Okay.
A simple tech tool is just 100.
I would
like
spring for the whole bag.
the whole bag.
Like I'm high, I'm changing my life, I'm changing my career. Let's buy the whole bag.
Okay, so the tech bag includes a tech tool, so that helps. And it's like you've got what you would expect to find in a toolbox. A whole bunch of screws that don't work. No. Screws and bolts, plug-in modules, a heat torch, hammer, a couple of pry bars. You know, your basic all-in-one toolkit.
Okay.
If you give me a sec here, I will throw it in your character inventory.
Okay, I'm trying to use the calculator to calculate how much eddies I will have now. Minus 500. $690. Okay. I'm happy with that.
Okay. And I'll just throw the tech bag in your.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think that worked. That worked. It did. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, as you guys leave Rex's all-in-one shop, pretty much as soon as the smallest bit of leather clears that threshold, you hear the door slam, click, 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 click. Just like that.
That is not surprising at all.
So you guys go home, rest up for a couple of days, or
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend a lot of the resting time in my truck.
Okay.
I actually kind of want to go and case the area that we were in around the mall.
Okay.
See if I can find out if there's a place that the Johnnies are congregating or something.
Okay.
Let's
When you do get back home, you drive up, you notice that the toe that got shot off has been band-aided back onto Buddha. The
Yeah.
various little pictures and stuff have been started to creep their way back up. He still looks like a sad drag queen, but I mean, it's the top. It takes a while to get up there. You get into your room, your sort of bunkhouse. On the table is a freshly cooked meal. You don't know where it came from. There's it smells like potatoes. You think there might actually be, well, it smells like fresh vegetables for one, and you think
Just like home.
there might be just a little bit of like actual meat in there.
Red meat.
Immediate alarm bells going off. I do not trust this.
Red Death is gonna walk past it, grab some kibble, put it into a bowl, put water in the bowl, and just grab a spoon.
What do I need to roll to like?
Kraken would just
To
sit
look at
and
it?
eat the brew because he took random drugs. He doesn't care.
We would be looking at perception.
24 plus 3.
And I have a 13. That's not helping.
There's a small card sitting in front of the bowl of stew. It's written in very shaky handwriting. It says, "Thank you for saving us. We don't have enough for rent. I hope this helps. Mrs. Green."
Red Death is going to go over and sniff it. Kind of like an animal would. And he's
like real food.
That's good, but he's also checking to see if there are any poisonous particles that get past that try to go through his nasal filters.
You don't get any warnings or anything.
Kraken is eating, but he's leaving enough for the rest of everybody.
You're still coming down from whatever the fuck you took.
Yeah.
The food smells great, but it doesn't taste like anything.
Ooh.
Like,
so I stop eating and just sit and sniff.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. Oh, this smells great. Yeah, it's like they boiled everything. They boiled the taste out of all of it. That's all you taste is just boiled.
So like after 2 spoons, he would stop eating and just sniff.
Yeah.
Red Death is going to try some of it to see if it's only because of drug-addled coming down off of stuff that you can't taste anything.
Give me a percent. You rolled 13. It tastes pretty good.
All right.
It's not great food. You're pretty sure the meat is from a can of dog food, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, no, it tastes pretty good. It tastes like your basic beef stew. The vegetables are legit.
The Red Death's going to enjoy this.
Seeing...
Does he expect it's suspicious? Probably. Is it still food? He wants to eat a rat.
Yeah, seeing
rat is good meat.
Seeing Red eat, then Magic will sit down and eat as well.
I'll dive right in.
It's good food. It's, your standard sort of beef stew. Like I said, it's real vegetables. That's the part that kind of throws you guys off. Vegetables are hard to come by. Very hard to come by. And you guys are in the middle of you're literally overlooking a radioactive crater.
Kraken would take some kibble from the packet and like sniff the stew and eat kibble.
Red Death will just pass you his bowl of kibble that he made.
Okay. Spasiba, comrade.
The flavor is, oddly enough, vegetable medley.
Amazing.
All right, so you guys enjoy the meal. As you do, you kind of notice that a lot of the more offensive graffiti in your room is gone. There's still the occasional dick here and there, but a lot of the really mean stuff has been scrubbed off. It's not 100% scrubbed off, like you can see the streaks, but some definite work has been done while you were gone.
The hell is a smutty cunnel? Cunnel. Oh, no, never mind.
Is anybody going to go with Moose as they drive around?
If only once he's up and around enough. Would Red Death join Moose?
Do you go as soon as the meal's finished, or do you wait a bit?
I'm going as soon as the meal's finished.
Okay.
If no one else can, Magic will go with Moose.
Kraken is unavailable.
I'm
Right,
suggesting that she stays back.
Okay.
I'm used to spending
kinda...
a lot of time in my truck, so that is where I sleep quite often.
Which is also a good thing because as a nomad, he doesn't suffer fatigue if he sleeps in his truck.
Oh.
Sleeping rough for most people is I believe, an endurance check. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An endurance check. Otherwise, they suffer on most skills. Which is, fun. It's another one of those little realism things. All right, so Moose, give me we'll start with perception. So as you drive along the streets of Night City, it's, you drive by the mall, you notice that it's been cordoned off. There's tape there, but you don't see any cops. You figure the Skull Kids have, people don't walk past, don't go over tape. They don't want to get shot by some pig. So they figure that's just a good enough, don't come here.
Yeah.
You do notice the trail of blood from the one Rotten Johnny you guys beat the shit out of. Mr. Head Over Heels, ass over tea kettle.
Yeah.
And that's
the
just
trolley rider.
Oh, you know what? I'll track that.
Okay.
The crippled fellow.
Yeah.
Give me a tracking roll.
He was flying for a minute there.
You know what? For a dude who had his legs broken, this guy actually made pretty good time. The trail continues for almost a block and a half before it stops at a street corner. And it stops at a street corner, and it looks like it comes right up to the curb and then disappears.
You found the taxi.
Give me a perception roll.
I bet if you looked to the left, you'll just see a nice long blood trail.
They just had his leg hanging out. 12. That's another 12. Let's see here. What does that get you? You see a homeless guy. And judging from how he's situated, he's been there a while. And he would have had a perfect view of that corner.
I'll slip him 10 eddies and ask him if he saw anything with this guy.
Bless you, sir. You're so grateful. I really appreciate it. What did you need?
I'm gonna describe the guy, the poser, and ask him if he saw the vehicle he got into or whatever, because I'm assuming he climbed into a vehicle.
That was just earlier today, right? The screaming guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got into a car. Like, he kind of crawled over this way, complaining. Man, that guy, for such a little dude, that guy screamed a lot.
What kind of car do you know?
He kind of looks at you expectantly.
I'll give him another 10.
It was just a Thornton Galena, man. Just one of those stupid. They ripped the wood paneling off the side. I guess they figured out it wasn't wood. All the guys in it kind of looked like him, though. It's really weird. I mean, I know I wasn't seeing double. I hadn't had my screech today.
Which direction did he go?
It looks like they were heading to the Glen. Judging from the way their tires were squealing, they were going fast.
I'll slip him another 10. Thanks for the help. I'll get back in my truck and drive that way.
He sort of gives you a nod. All right, so we'll go with where am I looking here? That's not it. Control. Yeah, drive land. So the Glen is actually, what is the Glen? Hold on. I'm trying to remember.
Like the suburbs.
Yeah, it's suburbs, decent houses, you see pretty okay cars. These are the working stiffs, the vast lower middle class. It's kind of hard to really figure out where you're looking for, because it is just for one, it's really foreign to you. You're not used to seeing order like this. Like, these houses, they don't, they're in relatively good condition. All of the cars have all their hubcaps. It's a little weird. Give me a tracking roll. Okay. You're rolling hot tonight. Fuck.
Nomad does what the nomad does.
Yeah. You don't know where these guys went, but you can kind of tell by watching all the people rubbernecking. At one point, you find a trashed mailbox, and one point you find a trashed mailbox. Another point you see looks like they took a turn a little bit too hard and kind of sideswiped a car. The trail goes cold. when you come to the scene of a car accident, it looks like he ran a red and caused somebody else to go off the road. It looks pretty recent. Smoke's still coming out of the car. There are people everywhere.
Let me see if I can find anything in the car.
Okay, let's first. I want you to give me. Whoops, that's not the right one. I will find what I'm looking for. Yes. All right, first give me a stealth roll. As you try to surreptitiously walk up to this car crash. Okay, it's a pretty big crowd. There's probably about 20 to 30 people. You're able to get up to the car pretty quickly. It's a mess. The driver's side door has been smashed in. And it's laying on the ground right now. The driver's hurt. But it's a middle-aged Asian lady.
Oh,
It's not the Johnny. No, it's not a rotten Johnny.
they need to die.
I'm certain you mean
It's
the
just
rotten
that's
Johnnies need to die, not the.
that just
Yes, not the
that's-
Asian lady. The
that's
guy's
that's the car
that they hit.
Yeah, so they took off after that.
It looks like it.
All right.
You see. Give me a perception roll. You see the tire skid. You see which way they were going. Yeah, 100%. You see the tire tracks. They head off a little bit further into the glen, and then they take a right turn, and you get back in your truck and you follow it.
Yeah.
Sure moves homes. So as you're driving along, you're following this, and it's, you're starting to see that this vehicle isn't going to make it much farther. You come up to a house, and as you're passing it, you see that there's a carburetor sitting on the driveway, like right in the middle. There are no signs of life in that house. But it also looks like nobody's taking care of the place. It's kind of an eyesore.
Wait, I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna scoop the carb.
Yoink. Give me a stealth roll.
Nope.
8. Okay. So you drive past the house, and you park your truck, and you kind of walk your way back. And then as you're circling around to kind of like sidle up to the carburetor to make a quick snatch and grab, you can see somebody watching you from the house between the curtains. You can't really see anything beyond that because the lights are dark, or the lights are off and the curtains are drawn. But somebody is definitely watching
I'm gonna just kind of kick it over with my foot, and then just walk back around. I'm gonna do a full loop of the block. and get back in my truck.
Okay. You head back, or
I'm gonna sit there for a while. Like, maybe like depending on how far I stopped before I got out, I might roll down another couple doors.
okay.
Somewhere, far enough out of the way to not be obvious, but close enough that I can still see anything that might be going on. I'm just gonna sit there and stake out the place for a bit.
Okay. Give me we'll start with a perception roll. Now give me an endurance roll. That's in body. All right. So you check the place out for a couple hours. You're just sort of sitting there watching. Not a whole lot of movement. You see a few other cars kind of slow down as they pass, peeping the carburetor. You sit there, you're there for a good 4 hours, 5 hours. You don't really see anything. You think you see the windows or the curtains move once or twice, but that's really about it. Getting into hour 6, you're getting bored. Your eyes are getting a little heavy. And just as you're about to fall asleep, you see a car pull up. It's a Galena Thornton. And the wood paneling's missing. And that's where I'm going to hang it.
Perfect.
So, thanks for playing, guys. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you to chat. I appreciate you guys hanging around. I saw you, Chops. I don't know if you're still in here, but I saw you. I'd like to thank Scard. I'd like to thank Sarah. I'd like to thank Brill and Nick, Raspar, and Kevin. I'd like to thank you as well. You guys are... I improvised from the bar onwards.
Amazing game,
That's all I had written. Thanks for sticking around while I was trying to get that stuff figured out. I'm still new to this. I'm still new to the system.
If you didn't say that, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't be guessed. A really amazing game.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to chat. I saw you guys. You were talking. A lot of it was Kevin, but that's okay. I don't mind. Thank you if you're on the VOD. Thanks for watching. If you watched this far, I'm going to assume you liked it. Same to YouTube. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Notifications are good because we do not have a good notification schedule. We just put them up, and you'll find out when they happen. Other than that, we have a game every night of the week, schedule permitting. Tomorrow night is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, module Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and yeah, I think that's it. I got all my plugs in. As always, be nice to each other. Have a good night.